And welcome back to episode 141 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As you can motherfucking see, I am your host, the Pick'em champ, Clifford Jordan Jennings. Fuck mouth. I'm here with my co-host, Q McLeod, in the building. What's poppin'?
Man, what's good with you?
Not shit, man. Not shit. Now, I will say, I think we talked about this. You joining us this season, so of course you will be in the running for the belt. But we gonna have to figure out how we gonna do it with it, being that we got some hosts out of state. Cause I don't see myself mailing this bitch to and from everybody. I think what I'm gonna have to do, I was talking about it today. I think what I'm gonna have to do is update my curtain background and just run to Lowe's and buy a board and like nail it so it's a stand, paint it and shit, and then I can add a little like a hanger to hang it up on,
Yeah,
and we'll
yeah.
put the name above. Whoever got it will put the name above that, and I'll hang it behind me or something.
I mean, you can make it more permanent. I'm gonna be up there every week, every year, whatever.
You ain't. You gotta beat me. You gotta go through the champ. But
Well,
we
I'm
here to
glad I
talk
got the champ
basketball.
here.
I don't know, shit. If we talking pick'ems, you might already be down one, considering the Dolphins lost to the Raiders in the preseason last week.
That's preseason.
Right, you right. But you said they was gonna win it. Nah, we don't count
I'm
preseason though.
uh,
Preseason, we didn't even really do. We haven't done any pick'ems yet. Um. So yeah, shit's gravy at the moment. But just so you are aware, once we do start getting into it, we won't do all 30 teams. We definitely don't do that. I usually try to pick out the main focus games, good matchup, shit like that. And you'll pick your winner and then the spread of what you think the game is.
hmm.
So even if you tie with somebody, like say you and me pick and we got the exact same scores, if I hit the spread on one of mine, that puts me above, you for tying type shit. So that's how we do that. But that's enough of the nonsense. I was hoping the squad was going to be on so I could intro it the right way. But these motherfuckers, I don't even think they know it's a podcast till the subscription thing pop up on YouTube. And they probably be like, oh, they on. Let me hop on this motherfucker. That's how they do. But it's love. It's love. I figure we'll cover the low shit. And then we'll get into some of the topics when everybody start coming on. Just to cover some of the preseason games that I thought stood out, though. Of course, as we spoke, Raiders did beat the Dolphins 15-13. That was a good game, though, from what I saw.
It was all right.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't
Wish my
fix it.
wish my kicker would have made that field goal at the
Right,
end. Then we would have got the win.
right. Motherfuckers was holding their breath. Hey, I can't even say nothing. But was that your starting kicker?
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
was?
hmm
Ah, shit. Oh shit, man. Y'all gonna have to step that up immediately, though. I will say that.
Nah, he's been good for us the past couple of years,
Yeah, I
man.
know he's been
Yeah,
decent. Well, at least your starting kicker has been decent. But I mean, let's think about the
that
fact
was
that
his first miss of the preseason.
it was only what, that was only their third game.
Yeah, but we put in work on at kicker.
Cause y'all
I ain't even
can't
gonna
punch,
lie.
cause y'all can't punch it in, so y'all need y'all's kicker to come through
Yeah,
for y'all. And that's
yeah.
what I was about to say. With we got Jeremy in the chat. Yo, Cliff, what's good, buddy? It's big. Oh, what's going on, Trigger? My guy. Appreciate you supporting. He said, "What's up, Q?"
All right, all right.
Yeah,
I
but
see.
that's what I was about to say. With Tua having new targets, not really new. Waddle's been there, but I think he's still getting used to him as well. To be coming in with a brand new wide receiver one. I think it's going to be a lot of times where you just miss the mark. You know what I mean? And the kicker's going to have to come in to take over. And I don't mean it like by. I see it being like a 3rd and 6 situation. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? On Arthur or the opposing team's 35-ish area, you got to bring the kicker in. You know, unless two is just coming out the gate with a deep ball connection to Tyreek Hill to where y'all are dropping it like inside of 20, like in the red zone on your drives, I see the kicker getting a lot of reps. That's why it's bad to see him miss one like that, a game winner too. And it wasn't from deep.
Nah,
That was
it's all
supposed to be a
right.
gimme. I know that's right.
It's all right to be a character, man. You know, you miss one more, you might be gone.
Listen, and let's hope he can take it as motivation. You know what I'm saying? Because you know kickers, like how JV said, I don't miss two in a row. You don't usually see that out of kickers. I feel
Mm-mm.
like they take they misses to heart because that's the only time they're called on the field.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
did think that he could use this and try to, get a streak off of it. But what was you about to say?
Now I was gonna say, it wasn't an extra point. You know what I'm
No.
saying? You see him shake an extra point now and then,
Oh, for
but
real?
yeah, yeah. But that field goal, them three, you usually get them three, man.
mm, and
Damn,
y'all needed
it's
it. That
all
was the
good.
game winning three.
Yeah, it's all good. No
I'd have been
pressure.
pissed. You know how pissed I'd have been coming in here too on a 16-15 loss. 1 point, 16th, man. But it's all right. Like you said, it's preseason. That shit don't really mean much. Um, I did find it interesting that the Lions beat the Colts 27-26. I'm putting that out there, man. The Lions going to have a lot better season than everybody thinking they're going to have. I'm putting it out there right now. He said, yo, how is the Steelers doing this season? Haven't been keeping up like I should. I mean, it's still the preseason, so to be honest, I don't know their record exactly, but if I'm remembering correctly, I think they were 1-1. Let me look that up right now.
Got Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, they said that he's been winning the QB1 position.
Mm-hmm. Over there running to him.
I don't know how. I mean, I don't know if that speaks for Mitch taking steps up or oh no, they 2-0. I lied. They 2-0. Yep, and they play the Lions on my birthday. That's a nice little segue since we was talking about the Lions. I think they may give you your first loss. Is that your team, Trig? If that's your team, I think the Lions might give you your first loss. I know that's my sister's team. She loved the Steelers, so I love reveling in their defeat. So you might get a lot of that. A lot of Steelers hate from me this year. But yeah, I'm putting it out there right now. Lions have a lot better season than everybody expecting them to have. Also, Buccaneers lost to the Titans 3-13. I thought that was interesting. Eagles just barely squeaked by the Browns 21-20. And then I saw that the Jets beat the Falcons 24-16. So those were the those were the games that stood out to me. I did check some of them out from a highlight perspective, but I wasn't really watching. I don't really get into watching games until the season starts. But other than that, we have some people that were announced putting on the PUP list. So
PUP.
yeah, so
Damn.
Chase Young has been placed on the PUP list. Washington
Mm.
Commanders defensive end. Um, so since he is physically unable to perform, he will be out for the first 4 weeks of the season with that knee injury. He played 9 games of last season before he suffered a torn ACL. That's what took him out. Um, the question, I guess, really to you that I would ask is, do you think you even see him back week 5?
Mm. I don't know, man. I truly don't know the extent of the injury.
Right.
Um, excuse me. But I do know what I was gonna say is that's pretty significant for them early on in the season, knowing they have to play Philly and then Dallas, and then hell, you got Tennessee and Chicago. Really, you got some early games that you should kind of win, and
Right.
then you got your division games in there where it's like, hold up now.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah, he missing at the wrong time because you're gonna need him.
That's
You going
definitely
to
tough.
you
I
going against
agree.
two good offenses. Two.
And then I mean, think about the fact that you missed half of the season last season. You played 9 games, you missed 8, right? So the fact that you were out half of the season, come around through all the training camp, and they still hit you with the PUP hit before the start of the season, that kind of makes me feel like the injury is a little more extensive than it's being led on or reported to be.
Hmm.
So you may not see him out there as soon as week 4 passes. I don't think you see him out there till 6, 7.
Well, I like to look on the bright side. Hopefully, it's something where they know he might not be ready by week 2. So you have to get those guaranteed 4 in. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? By league rules and bylaws and whatever,
right.
whatever. Kind of by. I'm hoping that's more what a stretch is for them because Washington need everything they could have. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I can't call him Trigger for the sake of the show because his chat says Jeremy. Jeremy says Lions I think gonna win honestly, but Steelers is gonna let them know they there. LOL. I mean it's quite possible the Steelers could win that. I'm giving a little bit to the Lions in that game, but I do think the Lions currently have what the Cleveland Cavaliers had last year. They have the element of surprise on their hands.
Hmm.
It's a situation where everybody thinks they can roll over the Lions. That's a guaranteed win until you take a punch from one of them motherfuckers that got nothing to lose, and you like, oh shit, didn't know you hit that hard. Now I gotta adjust. I gotta figure this out. And I think that's what's going on with the Lions this year. Well, that's what will be going on with the Lions this year. I think even now, it's still people out there that are like that. Look at that score in a preseason game, and they're like, "That don't mean shit. It's preseason. That don't mean shit. It's preseason." But
That's
how?
me.
How? But let's be honest though. How often did the Lions score that much last year? So the fact that they putting up 27, that lets me know their offense is at least in the right spots at the right time. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to me. And once again, it is preseason. These ain't starting DBs that they're going up against. But the fact that you can do that now lets me know that you got a little bit more rhythm. And nobody has faith in Jared Goff. Nobody. And I'm one of those guys. I will say it to the end of me. Jared Goff and Matt Stafford are inner fucking changeable. They're the same quarterback, just with different situations. I don't care what nobody says. You could argue it all day long. You love Stafford. Goff wouldn't have been able to get it done. But the end of the day, like I said, and I said it last episode, I'm not going to keep saying it. I might. Stafford struggled against a sophomore quarterback in the Super Bowl, while Goff gave the best quarterback to ever play a little run for his money for a minute.
Hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. They're
No
they're
comment.
they're not the same at the end of the day. That's just not the, what is it? It's not the same.
You
But
know, some people just built a different kind of way, and I just feel like golf is not built to
mm,
finish the job.
now that I can't agree with. That I
You
can't agree
know,
with. Cause it
he can Josh Allen you almost to speak. Like he gonna take it to the last drop.
right, yeah, but
But
he can't no right. Nah, I wouldn't even put Derek Carr on that level.
no,
But I do think that Derek Carr suffers from that same ability where he'll stay in the game and then all of a sudden it's like something happens to where he loses it and throws it away.
yeah, quite a few of them.
I'm hoping that's not the same way this year now that he got his homeboy in Vegas. But at the same time, if it quacks like a duck, it's not a fucking chicken. You feel what I'm saying? That motherfucker been looking and quacking like a duck to me.
You
Shit.
know,
What was I about to say? My little brother and my stepdad went to the Raiders game in what was it, December of last year? He said the whole stadium was yelling, "Put in Mariota." The whole stadium was yelling to put in Mariota. Then fast forward to where we are now, and you watch the Falcons play the Jets, hitting Kyle Pitts on deep balls damn near to the
Yeah,
end zone. It's like, I told you. You just didn't give him the opportunity to do that in Vegas. If he came in Vegas, it was to run the ball. And he wasn't fucking up at that. So it's like, why can't my guy get a shot? Why are you going with him so tough? That's another team that I think has a lot better year than people expect. And I honestly do hope they do, just so whoever made that choice to not play him at all, to not let the
hmm
Raiders fans see him actually play, can get fired. I want you fired. I really do. I really do. Because we were struggling. Mariota was there asking for the option, for the ability to get in at times where Carr couldn't move. You would put him in just to run the ball, wouldn't let him throw, and then he goes over to Atlanta and he's throwing deep balls like he never stopped doing it.
yeah. And that kind of puts it into perspective the way you say it. The NFC South might be a little tougher than most people think if you got a Marcus Mariota playing the way he's been playing. Then you get a Baker Mayfield in Carolina
Right.
starting. Then you still got Brady, and then you got the Dirty Saints over
And then
there.
fuck the bullshit. Desmond Ritter went, I think, 7 for 7 before he
Yeah,
had an
no
incomplete.
slouch, no slouch.
That's my guy. That's my
Yeah,
guy. I've been said that's my guy coming out of this. We always pick your quarterback coming out the draft. Desmond Ritter has been my guy since the beginning of the college football season. I mean, I knew of him before that, but I've been saying
yeah,
he's gonna come to the league and start making noise. Watch. And 7 to 7. I don't care if it is preseason. As a rookie, that means you're on point.
yeah,
You're on point.
yeah.
The nigga had what did they say? He was the third most. Was it third or first most winningest quarterback in college history? I think it was third. Cause this whole time there, I think he went 26-4, and there was only, I think, 2 other people that had better college careers. I can't remember. I think we covered it. I'll have to look it up because I don't want to just throw no names out there. Yeah, no. But yeah, he's coming. The Falcons is coming and the Lions is coming. I'm telling you right now. All the teams, well, I don't want to say all the teams. But anybody that got a zoo animal, you might be all right. The Rams, the Bengals, the Lions, the Falcons. If you can find your team in the zoo,
Mhm.
you may be having a decent year this year.
Yeah, yeah. And that was Ritter. He had a 44
The
and 6
Dolphins,
record.
the Broncos. Yeah, all the animal teams is 44-6.
Yeah, he was 26 and
If
0 at
at
home.
home, right,
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah,
Look at me messing up stats, but you are absolutely correct. And this shit making me
yeah.
hot. Motherfuckers know I'm the champ.
Yeah,
um,
don't hold it too long. Don't hold it too
listen,
long.
that's genuine leather right there, baby. That shit'll get you. But what was he talking about? I know he was talking about the Lions and the Falcons. Oh, we was talking about Chase Young being put on the PUP list.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I feel like a knee injury, especially for your position, and the reason they put you at that position, at that defensive end position, especially, he's Ohio State alumni, so I never hate on
hmm
my nigga for no reason. But they put you at that position because of how big and explosive and quick you were out of the blocks, out of that spot. You take an ACL injury and you got issues with your knee coming into the following season after all that time. That just doesn't look good to me. Especially throwing around all that weight you're carrying. And it's not like he's out of shape by any means. I'm just saying you're a big boy. Once knees go out on big boys like that, it makes it a lot harder for him to move.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, I'm the champ on 2K, Cliff. LMAO, just playing my guy. Yeah, because you still got to come through me. I'm about to get a 2K belt made. See, belts don't mean shit when you make them yourself. But I am the pick'em champ, so what it is, somebody come take it from me.
Mm.
Other than Jamar Chase. I said Jamar Chase. Listen, Chase Young. God damn. Head ain't in the game. Other than Chase Young, Baltimore Ravens running back Gus Edwards placed on the PUP list, so he's out for the first 4 weeks of the season. Ironically, though, J.K. Dobbins returns, another Ohio State alumni, returns from the PUP list 2 weeks ago. So there's a chance we see Dobbins starting week 1. I would definitely love to see that.
Yeah.
That's something I would definitely love to see. J.K. Dobbins was on one before he got hurt.
Exactly.
He was on one before he got hurt. Let's hope it's not I was about to do it again. Chase Young situation where your injury caused you to lose some explosion and speed, because that would be devastating for Dobbins. But he's also smaller, so he's not carrying around as much weight, even though he's pretty bulky at that height. But I could see it being a lot better for a 5'8", 205er, 195, 205er than a 6'3", 260 guy to recover from joint issues, is what I'm getting at. But it could be comparable when you think about it, right? Because Dobbins is the ball carrier. So even if you didn't lose as much speed or as much explosion as Chase Young, a bit of it will get you out of that spot real quick.
Yeah.
You lose your first step as a running back, you're out of there. Not to jump topics, but Raiders released Kenyon Drake for that reason exactly.
Yep. Yep, I saw that.
Exactly. Couldn't come back from that ankle injury properly. And we know he's a dog running back. We know it. We have eyes. Not only do we have eyes, we know what his stats are. So we know he's a dog running back, but it's serious if they like your ankle though. Your cuts aren't the same. We can see it. We gotta let you go. So I'm hoping that J.K. Dobbins can get back right out there, because I've always been a fan of him. I was a fan of him at Ohio State, not just because he was a Buckeye, but I liked the way he ran, and that was always me, the undersized running back. So I like seeing him work. So I'm hoping that does take place. Jeremy in the chat, he said, you can't be the champ anywhere else. LOL, just playing. Nah, G, it don't matter. Just because I'm the host, I want it outright.
Tell old Jeremy to be on. That's what
Yeah.
I'm going to say. Be on.
Right.
Catch
He
one.
said, I'll holler at you in a little bit. Got to get my boys from football practice. Yeah, appreciate you tapping in with us, though. And like you said, hop on that bitch, and we'll see what it is. But enjoy your evening, my guy. Oh yeah, Gus Edwards on the PUP list. Yeah, I just really want to see JK back out there. Also, this ain't got nothing to do with the PUP list, but LA Chargers cornerback JC Jackson undergoes ankle surgery and will be out for 2 to 4 weeks, which means he will not be in attendance for the opener with the Raiders.
Yeah, you like that one.
Right, which means you don't have nobody to cover Devontae Adams, which means you better pray Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa can get back to that quarterback in time. Otherwise, Devontae's going to shit that game. You hear what I'm saying? Shit that game.
What a tough spot to put Asante Samuel in.
Shit that game. Devontae Adams is going to shit that game, I'm telling you.
It's going to be deep balls because they got to play up. Somebody got to help.
Right.
You got to help.
And if you double, because they talking about Waller's coming back. Well, people didn't know why he was out of practice. He said, "I'll be on. You know this much. Love you guys. Yeah, love you too, G. What what was we saying?
No, we were talking about Waller. You were talking about Waller
Oh yeah,
saying he
haven't
was
been out
coming back.
practice. He's on his way
Uh-huh.
back. They saying they didn't say why he's been out. I can only assume injury though.
You never know these days, the amount of personal time that's given
No, you
these
right.
days as well. So unless it was something reported,
Right.
I mean,
I haven't heard anything.
yeah,
And you know how it goes. The better the player, the more leeway you get. Brady ain't
yeah,
been there for 11 weeks.
yeah.
He missing Mandos and everything. But because you Tom Brady, it's like, go ahead, handle your business. We get it. Waller's not really too much different. And I don't mean from a place in the league perspective. I mean from a what you mean to the team perspective.
Nah, he owned the walls in Vegas.
Oh yeah, you know that.
He owned the walls down there.
Listen, he might end up being best tight end Raiders ever had of all time.
Yeah,
Of all time. So
yeah.
you know they're gonna let him get away with shit.
Hmm.
But I think like they said, like even without Devontae Adams was on the I Am Athlete podcast, was it?
Hmm.
It was that was what it was?
I believe that's what
I
it
think
was.
that's what it was. But he was basically saying that he said every time I line up on the line, I'm chopping your heads off at the point of the play starting. So he going at you from the moment the route he's going out on that route, whether he get the ball or not. He said, now what I also know is you guarding Hunter Renfrow one-on-one, he's gonna beat you. And I agree with that. He is gonna beat you. He may not be able to make too much separation, but he is gonna beat you off the route. He said, now, you worried about Waller as well. Not only will he beat you, he may take it to the house. I
No
said,
safety help.
that's 100% correct. So what are you going to do at this point? Are you going to continue to double and triple Adams like you did in Green Bay? Because you're not going to be able to afford to when you think about the other weapons that are out there that Carr has. That makes it a lot tougher on a defense when you think about it from that perspective. That means that secondary that you got going against them better be on point all game long, or your defensive line better be touching that quarterback every other play. Those are the only two options you have.
That's kind of why it sucks that the Raiders are in a division where they have some pretty good linebackers and secondary. Coming from the Broncos all the
Mm-hmm.
way down, the Chiefs and the Chargers, and what they added this year, even with JC being out, the first 4 weeks,
Right.
or the next 4 weeks,
Next
I
four
should say.
weeks. So he should be
Yeah,
back if he comes back right at the end of, well, they said 2 to 4, right? So I guess
yeah,
two could, I mean, you still be missing the first game.
yeah. I would say, probably week 3, look
Right.
for him to be in action.
Right. You still would be missing the first game, I'd imagine, even if you came back after the two.
Yeah. So the Raiders are nice. They got some weapons. They got some problems. It just sucks. Some of those teams that have the nice counter are in your division. You got to play them twice a year.
Right. Yeah, but I mean that's battle tested, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Steel sharpens steel. So all I'm getting at is when you have a AFC West like the current AFC West, anybody that has to face that has a problem on their hands.
yeah,
Because these boys is battling each other all day long. So when they get a hold of somebody with a slower pace or it's a problem. It's
yeah.
gonna be a problem.
All they got to do is build their teams to beat each other,
Right.
and they're ready.
Right.
They're ready.
Right. And that seems pretty arrogant, but I don't see how you can get out of the AFC West and not dominate everything else. Now, don't get me wrong. That's the difference between the NBA and the NFL. It only takes one to go.
Yeah,
So you've seen a lot of teams that were playing their best football have a bad day and get kicked right the fuck up out of there. And if I'm being completely honest, I can see the Raiders being that team. But I really don't see a way if they're not having a bad game and 85% healthy that they have too many issues with anybody else in the league. Now I
I mean,
also
you got the AFC East, and that's pretty much what the AFC has been for the last few years. Either the AFC East or you got the AFC West
right,
coming out of the AFC.
right.
So yeah, with the Dolphins, I ain't gonna talk about the Jets.
Yeah, don't talk about them
But you
because
got Buffalo,
right, right. They
Miami, and
dogs.
then you got Belichick and Matt Jones. You can't forget about. So that's the only other contending division in the
I
conference.
don't see them do it. I don't see them doing too much this year.
I don't, but you got good coaching. That's what you're seeing in the preseason. Good
Right,
coaching, good play calling.
right, right. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And not only do you have good coaching out of Belichick, like Mark says all the time, even his coaching tree is impressive.
Yeah.
All the coaches that he puts out up under him seem to be successful in the league.
That's like Judge and Patricia. Maybe they don't have it. They don't have what it takes to run a team, but they can be a big piece
Right,
including their aspect and what they could change in the game.
right, right.
You giving Patricia that play calling ability. Maybe if that's his only job, that's his strength. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Matt Jones ain't no punk.
Nah, he ain't. He ain't. He ain't. He
He ain't
proved
no
it.
punk.
He proved it to me last year because I'm gonna tell you what. I was a complete Mac Jones detractor. I was a detractor. I was a Mac Jones detractor. I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking about how motherfuckers wasn't even looking at him at the pro days where he was throwing for the
Yeah.
coaches and shit. Motherfuckers wasn't even coming out to see Mac Jones, and I wasn't
No.
impressed with nothing that he did. But I will say, his overall play last year was impressive. It was impressive. He let you know that he let the league know he could be there. I deserve to be here. And I still to this day love the play that he did in the Pro Bowl where he ran it into the end zone and hit the gritty, even though they blew it dead 20 seconds ago. I still loved it. He said, I don't give a fuck. I'm not stopping. I said, I respect that.
Feeling himself.
Give him peace. But yeah, I really don't see the Pats doing too much this year. Which I love. I love. The Patriots are one of those teams I can't stand.
Yeah.
Can't stand the Patriots. I
Yeah.
can't stand the Cowboys. The Bills grew on me, I will be honest. The Bills grew on me. I used to not be I didn't like them either. But really it's the Pats and the Cowboys. And the Buccaneers for real. Add the Buccaneers in there because I like Florida time a lot more than I like New England time, of course. But I feel like the Buccaneers ain't done shit for real. The Buccaneers needed the refs on their side to beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl.
I
And
knew
now,
you would bring that one
yeah,
up.
of course. And now y'all got Brady and all of a sudden the Bucks and shit. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't shit. Ain't shit. That's why it ain't shit in Tampa Bay. Y'all ain't got shit but a Six Flags.
Y'all got the Gruden spell. Y'all
Man,
took Gruden and got whooped.
man. That whole, man. That whole shit, I lost money on that game, everything. That whole situation just still to this day gets under my skin. But shit, it is what it is. Fuck them. That's why the Bucks is added to that list. So in a row, I have to say the Pats. Pats, Cowboys, Bucks. In that order. Fuck them. But where was we at before that?
We were just listening to AFC's teams, and
Oh.
you said you were loving the Bills. You became a Bills fan.
I wouldn't say a fan by no means, but I like what they doing in Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
Josh
yeah.
Allen grew on me as well. Uh I look at Josh Allen. I know motherfuckers is gonna be pissed. I look at Josh Allen like the dude from American History X that got locked up with the black dude in the kitchen and made friends with him, and that's Stephon Diggs, the black dude from the kitchen. Oh shit, that's exactly how I
Oh
look at it
man.
too. I ain't gonna play, and I'm not saying my niggas just racist or whatever. I don't care what you say on Facebook back in high school, but the fact that you said what you said on Facebook back in high school lets me know you wasn't just down. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had no
Mm-hmm.
best wide receiver friend that was black in high school, clearly, because they'd have been like, "What the fuck is this about?" So
Yeah.
you got cool with that shit once you hit college and started, being around everybody, and then by the time you hit the NFL, and here comes Stephon Diggs, like, that's my best friend now. Because he cooked in the kitchen at the penitentiary I was in. It helped me out a few times.
Made me look good, boss.
Right. Listen, I'm telling you. I'm not going to say that's an accurate comparison. Oh, shit. Let me find out.
Mm-mm.
I'm not on my producing today, baby. I'm leaving names up that ain't even on here. It's all right. But let me get off of Josh. I like Josh. Josh grew on me. Even though your brother's the real. No, I'm just. That's a movie reference. I was joking for anybody that isn't aware of the movie.
Well, he ain't my buddy, so whatever.
I like him though. I ain't gonna lie. I like Josh Allen.
I don't like him.
I don't know. I don't know the nigga personally, and I'm not willing to take Stephon Diggs' word for it. But what I will say is his play on the field is beyond impressive.
Yeah, all right.
It's beyond impressive. He's
Yeah,
like
all right.
what they, and I think I've said this before. I think he's what they thought Tim Tebow would have been. He's a big boy. He's accurate like Roethlisberger, but he has speed and he can run the ball. Actually has ability to do
Tebow could
so.
never throw the same.
No, Tebow couldn't throw like Allen,
He could
but
never throw the
I
same.
think that's what they expected Tebow to be for sure.
I guess they probably thought Tebow would develop his passing, and nah.
Tebow was a motherfucking fullback in college.
Yeah.
He was a
To-
fullback in college.
Not throwing the ball, tossing
Listen, he was in the Wildcat.
the ball.
Florida ran a full-time Wildcat with Tebow back there. That's what that was. But he wasn't a quarterback. But you know how motherfuckers was gassing him up like what he was about to do in the league?
Yeah.
Man, stop it. I think Josh Allen is what they thought he was going to be, or what they described him to be. But they in a good spot this year. They the only ones. Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, them the only ones as of late that haven't moved from the power rankings. That's another thing that pissed me off, because since the preseason has begun, they have updated the power rankings, and they just dropped the Raiders 2 more spots, and we got the best record in the preseason currently. So what are you basing this off of? Is it a popularity contest? Because you put the Cowboys at 10 and drop the Raiders down to 13? That makes no sense to me. I just don't understand it. And there were so many other teams that were on there, and I'm thinking like that they're 1-1 right now. How did they go up and they 1-1 in the preseason?
I don't base a preseason record off power rankings anyway.
Right. I don't see how a motherfucker can update a power ranking off of the preseason.
Nah, power rankings should be the power rankings until week 1.
Period. Now, I do think that you may be able to make minor adjustments with the off season as a whole, and I include the preseason as the off season. I include the off season as your free agency pickups, trades being made, your draft picks, like your training camps, what we're hearing out of training camp, and then with that, the preseason performance may all that together may make a team bump one spot, maybe two if you could justify it, but to be dropping teams, winning teams at that 2 and 3 spots and bumping other teams up, I just don't understand where they're getting that from.
Kind of looking like the college football playoff right there.
Right, right.
Like,
That was the perfect comparison. You putting in who you want to be in that
yeah,
motherfucker, and that's what's going on.
yeah, they got a committee over there.
That was the perfect comparison. Because when I looked it up and I saw the title, I thought the same thing you did. Like, how they got enough to offer the preseason that they could. But of
Man,
course, I click. Listen, but of course I click on it excited because I'm like, well, the Raiders 3-0, they've been shitting shit. And then I see we dropped 2 spots. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers. I want to know who did that. These motherfuckers. I said that last time about the Ravens getting 10 and the Raiders being 11. I said that last time, and now this time it's even more, in the words of Stephen A. Smith, it's even more egregious.
I mean, to me, Dallas has the hope on their offensive line. Ezekiel Elliott get a return in Tony Pollard, and hope CeeDee Lamb can carry them in the wide receiver room. That's 4 guys out of 11 that you're hoping
right
keeps your offense afloat while you're waiting on Michael Gallup and who is it? The other guy that just got hurt.
Who?
Wide receiver for the Cowboys.
That just got hurt?
Yeah, not too long.
I might have missed that then, because no name pops to mind.
Pull it up for you right now, because I caught a brain fart.
Yeah, no, I can't. No names popping in my mind. But here's the kicker with that whole situation, and I'm not even trying to hate on my nigga because he did come back from injury, that being Dak Prescott, and he did do decent last year.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got a motherfucker that can cut wrong like that and have a devastating injury like he had, your number one that you said, you better hope that offensive line holds up. Because you don't want him out there having to scramble, try to make a decision, because you don't want him to put himself back in that situation. And he already has an issue with the ankle. So you need that O-line to hold up. Otherwise, it's a bad deal. And like you said, is it CD or CB?
CD.
CD.
Yeah, CD.
Yeah, and let CD Lamb. Yeah, that does. Yeah. And let CD Lamb not get open on the pass or not, break away to the point that he needs a little bit more time or he has to figure out who he's about to throw to next. And we just talked about it last episode. This season may be the stack the NFL's ever been at that defensive line.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's monsters out there now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to see nothing happen to Dak Prescott.
Year of the nose tackle.
You think?
I think so.
That's an interesting take.
We got Christian Wilkins at nose tackle down there in Miami. Yeah.
You think he gonna do something?
Man, he been. The reason for the pressure is because there's nothing up the middle, nothing for the quarterback to step into.
They say, I mean, based on that, the 2 Patriots practices with that they have with the Raiders, the open practices, they said that's the most impressive part of the Raiders currently. I thought that was going to be, though.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was going to be. They said that offensive line looks almost unblockable. They had Mac Jones throwing interceptions left and right, and the Raiders aren't known for interceptions. We was 30th in the league last year.
Yeah, defensive line are real big. Another hot take: Um, Miami working out Trey Flowers.
I, it's funny that you say that, right? Because I was just looking at the article today when I was coming up with the notes of the top undrafted free agents that are, I said undrafted, the top unpicked up, I guess, free agents that were out there, and he was on
Mm-hmm.
that list. I can't remember what number they had him at, but he was on that list. And I was wondering, like, so that's interesting that Miami would be looking at that.
Yeah. Hey, gotta. You gotta have it, man. When a guy come out for water, you gotta have another one.
I'm trying to think of who else. Of course, Ndamukong Suh was on there. Um, Damn, I can't think of all the players that I seen on there. But Flowers did stand out to me. It was a DB on the list that stood out to me too. Can't remember, and I'm not about to try. But yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I think that, let's be honest. I mean, like we just discussed with the AFC West, y'all being in the AFC East, if y'all want to win anytime soon, you got to buy in.
Yeah.
The way the rest of the AFC is bought in, you have to buy in as well. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So I think that is a smart move.
You need it, man. You gotta face Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. You got Joe Burrow. The whole AFC West.
I'm
Don't even
not.
need to name the
Where the
quarterbacks.
fuck is
Like,
Les at? He said 8:30. We got 5 minutes because I want to get into this Ravens situation. I am just not sold on it.
mm,
I'm not sold on it. Of course, I know Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a magician. We know that he's a fucking magician. He's a can't really come up with it off the fly. We'll just say he's an unhealthy magician.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker ain't got no residency in Vegas because we don't know that you're gonna last through the whole thing. But you are a magician nonetheless. When we do get to see you on stage, you pull a few rabbits out your hat. I get that. But it's been a while. Has he ever made it through a whole season?
I would say MVP year.
Did he make it through that whole
Really?
season?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But regardless, you can't you're not built for that. You're not built for a full season. And don't get me wrong, I do think they have an excellent backup in Tyler Huntley.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
high on Tyler Huntley. I think that he could be a starting quarterback elsewhere. But it's not conducive to your success to play one quarterback half the season and another quarterback half the season. Because motherfuckers need to catch their rhythm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
almost be smarter to me because I feel like Jackson is built in on rhythm. It would almost be smarter to me to get Huntley's reps out the way first and hope Jackson can take it the rest of the way. Kind of like how Cleveland is in no they have no choice but to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Cleveland has to let Jacoby Brissett start and then hope that by the end of week 11, Deshaun Watson comes back hot and takes him the rest of the way. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you hold Lamar out until week 11. No, no, no. I'm just saying give Tyler Huntley some early starts on games that you expect yourself to win so you can take some of that weight off of Lamar's shoulders. Because if we know anything about him, he's not going to make it through the whole season.
Or get the
He's not.
running game. Or get the running game going when the preseason's over with. We're gonna see a lot of activity on that waiver wire.
You are correct, but here's the thing: unless they pick somebody else up, I don't see that being. I see that being an issue as well because
Good.
you got two running backs that were on the PUP list within the same time frame.
Yeah.
So it's like, who's your guy now?
But you'll have a list of names at running back that will
Oh
be
yeah, I'm
available.
sure they got at least 5, 6 on the roster. But when your top two are out,
Yeah.
now you're hoping for 3 through 5 to step up. And you
That,
got a quarterback that isn't healthy throughout the whole season, but motherfuckers are so high on you to make. I just don't see it.
that's why they gotta hit that waiver wire. They gotta pick up that's
Right, you got to
available.
get somebody.
If you don't get the running game going, you putting them back in that position again.
And I don't remember seeing any running back that caught my eye on that free agents list. Fuck it. Well, no, his contract's too heavy. I was about to say, talk to the Raiders with Kenyon Drake.
Mm.
His contract's too heavy, though. That's why the Raiders were talking about releasing him, because they were going to put him up for trade, but they like, nobody want him with this contract.
Yeah.
And he deserved it before he got hurt.
Now where it will be at is better come up with a trade for Josh Jacobs. Looks like the Raiders ain't too high on him
Yeah, they
like they.
denied his 5th year.
Yeah.
They denied his 5th year, and that was actually one of the things I wrote down as well. They denied Josh Jacobs' 5th year, and I think that's because they picked up Zamir White from Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and he has looked good in the preseason. I'm not gonna lie. And Maurice Jones-Drew, ex-Panther, Raiders running back, all that, said that Zamir White is reminiscent of Adrian Peterson.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know. Of course, he would know better than I. You know what I'm saying? You spent a lot more time viewing than I did. But I don't. I think that's like a teammate thing to say. Like a ex. Like, like we share that Raiders.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to say something highly about you because I used to play for them too. But I don't. I think he's an exceptional running back. I do think he's an exceptional running back. But if I'm being honest, I don't think that. Like, what did you expect? What could have Josh Jacobs had done for you to accept the 5th year other than not get hurt? Because he was great rookie year, of course. He was great before he got hurt, and then he came back and he's been great as well. So all of a sudden you say we don't want you on the 5th year. Why? Why do you feel like he's damaged goods? Because he still come back. He came back and he got y'all to the playoffs.
Yeah. I think they're putting him in a prove it situation. Play for a contract. That's what it seems like to me because they're not really too much openly shopping him.
Right. No,
I
they're not shopping
mean,
him.
but the treatment can kind of let GMs know, hey, he's available.
He knows. I think he knows and the GMs know that he's available.
Yeah, all in the treatment, man.
And if I was Josh, I would be like, well, wait a second. Like, wait. I would be thinking the same way I just said. Like, the only thing I did is get injured.
That was it.
Other than that, I haven't fucked up not once since I've been here. So you gonna deny my 5th year even though you saw I came back from injury, didn't
And
really much
produce.
lose a step?
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't make sense to me. But either way, he's still there for this year.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help the Ravens out at all. I think the only thing the Ravens can do is start picking up veteran running backs that are still out there to try to fill in the
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah, you
We
got
hoping that Gus and Dobbins work out. But just in the off chance that they don't, we gonna pick these motherfuckers up just in case. That's the only option they have at the moment.
they're a team where it makes sense to have at least 4 or 5 running backs in your stable.
But you know what? It makes sense too, but they also haven't been operating too sensical, in my opinion, because Lamar Jackson is the rushing leader.
Yeah, I mean, but
Why
that's
you rushing your magician?
exactly. I mean, you don't have the receiving core to stretch the field and back the defense off, so they're gonna stay in his back pocket.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it ain't hard to high spot Jackson when he's the only threat on the off.
Let's be honest. That's crazy.
So that's what I'm looking at. Make a big deal, Baltimore. Don't hit the showers. Go look for Josh Jacobs. Make it work. Make it happen.
Listen, you gonna have to wait a year then, and listen, if that's where he land,
Nah, you need to get him now. Get him now. Lamar's hot.
they ain't letting go of him now.
You see all that meat and potatoes Lamar done put on himself.
You know what the Raiders would make Baltimore give up to get Josh?
Oh yeah.
Right now, like right now, man, nah, they have to give up too much, and they don't have enough to give.
Josh Jacob going there with an attitude, they might get away with it.
Nah, I think even still, I think if Josh Jacobs went in there with an attitude and was like, I ain't running, he'd be the next massage scandal motherfucker that you hear
Like,
about out there.
but like that's the difference between the NFL and NBA. Like in the NFL, you get a disgruntled player, and the team will say the hell with it, trade him for a fourth round pick or a
Right.
fifth round
They're
pick,
not
like
worth it.
he's a problem.
Right.
But in the NBA, it's kind of like, oh hell no, I still want my two first.
Right, right.
I want that All-Star player.
You are absolutely correct. That's the truth. I think
Like,
that's how it's run too.
yeah,
I think the NFL owners, operation managers do view them more as property than people. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? NBA is more, well, how do you feel? You know, like, are you doing okay type shit?
yeah.
There my guy go. Oh, he's
Stop it,
still
man.
getting it in. That's what it is.
Bro, I'm out, bro. Every Wednesday, bro. I gotta do like hella shit.
Listen, I get it though.
so that's why I be busy. What's going on though? What's poppin'?
Not shit. You came in right. Well, I wouldn't say right at the right time. You probably like 5 minutes removed from the conversation. But we was talking about the Ravens. How Baltimore put Gus Edwards on the PUP list. J.K. Dobbins came off of the PUP list 2 weeks ago, so he has a chance to play week 1. But we was just talking about your run game. Your run game right now is suspect to a degree.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, we're hurting. We're hurting. Everyone keeps talking about receiving core, run game, Lamar. I think honestly we'll be all right. I think the young guys that we do have will have to step up and produce, and that's all we can. That's all we can worry about, man. We can't worry about people that are not playing. So.
Nah, you absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. I was just saying your best bet in this situation, especially when you got a quarterback who's leading the league in rushing. You need to stop working him that much. That's a lot of the reason why he can't make it through a season. So your only bet at this point would be look to the vet running backs right now that ain't getting picked up, so you can find somebody to fill those gaps until J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are well enough to take on the road himself.
I agree 100%.
So I don't know what they gonna do. I was saying shit. Well, I was gonna say shit. Pick up Kenyon Drake. Raiders just released him, but his contract is kind of crazy, and I think he's still under it. So they would have to pick that up as well, and I don't think they're in a position to be able to do that.
Nah, our cap space I think was like 11 million or something like that, and that's what restructuring everybody. We got we're like the worst, one of the worst in the league as far as cap,
right?
Because we spent all that money on Ronnie Stanley just to get injured, and then you got a whole bunch and then you got Justin Tucker with that extension, and then now you're waiting on Lamar. We're not gonna have no cap after Lamar. So.
Right. That's why y'all gonna have to get a few vet minimum old head running backs, pay them the 1.7, shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna play unless they go out.
It's true. We're gonna have to do that, and I'm for it. You know what I mean? That was kind of like the Hollywood thing too. That's the reason, another reason why, because they potentially have to pay him at some point if he stays healthy. But we was able to offload him. The draft picks has been our number one thing.
I don't even know if you could consider that an offload. I think Marquise Brown was like, wait a minute, Lamar's been up for his extension and I'm up for money too. Well, we know who they gonna give it to. Let me out. I need out right now. Get me out.
Yeah, that's kind of what the situation was. Yeah, that was
I think that's exactly how that played out. He like, oh y'all, I see how y'all doing Lamar. Y'all been holding out on his money. You think I'm gonna get mine? Nah, let me get out of here. Let me get up out of here. And Lamar on draft night like WTF.
Yeah, he was pissed. No cap.
That is crazy. But
nah, man.
What you about to say, Q?
Nah, man, that bad business.
I think so. And I think it bit him in the ass because of such.
Mm-hmm.
It bit him in the ass because of such.
They said that they're getting close. But like Lamar said, once the season start, bro, because you remember he's a player agent, like your boy Bobby Wagner.
Right.
And Bobby Wagner did real good business in Seattle. He got a nice check.
You are A1.
so
you think Lamar going to negotiate his shit out?
Yeah, they already said that they were saying that he's going to be paid more than Kyler. And Kyler got a lot, and I don't even think Boyd's that good.
No,
I just think he got I think he has. I just think his weapons made him look like how he was, but take away some of them weapons, and I think he ain't looking so flourishing.
No, I agree with that.
Especially because his height. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 5'6". Bro's only like 4 inches taller than me. Throwing over 6'5" people on the regular. I don't know.
That goes to his athleticism. You gotta give him that. You know what I'm saying? He's athletic enough to be able to do so. But I also think, like I touch on so many times, when you got players that are that athletic, and you don't have the fundamentals to plant. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that throw off the run shit, that deep ball throw off the run shit, and he's known for it. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's college ball play.
I don't
that's
like
what they do in college.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I've seen Lamar do it a few times. He's definitely stopped. He's done a lot better with it, because that was one of the reasons why I have been critical on him. I don't like that shit. If you're going to run, but don't try to run and pass, because you're fucking up the play now. You're not accurate. You weren't accurate enough to begin with. And then you're going to do that on top of it. You're fucking up. You're giving the defense a jump ball.
And that's what we don't need.
Right.
But it has worked for such players as Aaron Rodgers. Well, he don't run, but you know what I'm saying. Ben Roethlisberger, that type that can move out the pocket.
But they plant. Russell, you feel me? They plant. Even Russell will plant. Like, will roll and set his pass up to let it go. Russell take the hit to get his fundamentals off to pass it properly. Yeah, I don't see that out of Lamar and Kyler. I just don't.
Nah, those are not. They're too similar as far as play style.
Right.
Nah. Yeah, nah.
But at the same time, what I will be willing to admit is Kyler may make a motherfucker eat his words with DeAndre Hopkins coming back.
Yeah.
You know,
so don't he have 6 games?
Throw it off the run. You said, he got suspended.
Yeah, because that PED.
Right.
He got like 6. Get
suspended, but I mean the fact that you got him at all, that's gonna make
Deshaun
him
Jackson.
A lot better.
Deshaun Jackson, 11, or not Deshaun Jackson, Deshaun Watson, 11 games, bro. They might as well just sat his ass out for the year.
11 games, $5 million. I mean, he still got 6 games in him.
Bro, Cleveland is gonna miss the playoffs just because of that.
I don't know. Like Britt said, I feel like that it depends on how Jacoby Brissett comes out there for that first half of the season. And it also depends on how Deshaun Watson comes back. I think
that's a lot of hope.
I agree. And I think that we have more of a shot of Jacoby Brissett doing his job than Deshaun Watson doing his. And the only reason why I say that is because you're suspended. You can't practice. You can't do anything.
Nothing.
So
chilling at the house.
Right. You're coming back damn near blind week 12. At that point, it's almost like do you let Brissett stay in the game? But if I'm Cleveland, I want Watson to get as many reps as he can for the following year. So it's tough.
Well, they had a running back, and they got the defense. So they need to pride themselves on that and make that their identity this year. I mean, that's what you got to do.
Right.
That's what you got to do. You can't trust Jacoby to take a 2-minute drill.
Right.
You got to hit him in the mouth. You got to hit him in the
Hell
mouth
no.
before then.
It seems like even that's coming to an end, right? Because Kareem Hunt wants out. So this may be the last year that you have the duo of Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
And I
True.
don't know
I like that too.
Right. And I don't know. That's what I was just about to say. I don't know that Nick Chubb by itself is enough.
The money
He's gonna
isn't
get-
there
he's
to
gonna get
keep
injured.
Kareem.
Right.
He's gonna get injured.
He's going to get injured.
The workload's gonna blow an ACL or some shit out. That's all over.
I mean,
That's a Le'Veon Bell situation. Bro was running the ball. Bro was number one in the league running the ball, running the ball, and he was the number 2 receiver as far as in the league is catching the ball, or at least top 5. Bruh, you cannot work them in one person like that. That's the whole team.
listen, they doing Debo that way, but Debo got it structured in his contract now. Y'all gonna pay me just like I
Got
said
to.
he should.
Yeah, you got to pay that man. That boy's he's doing too much. That nigga, he needs to get paid like 5 player salaries.
Man,
Bro's doing everything.
At least the 2. If you gonna make me a running back and a wide receiver, nigga, I need what you paying the running back and my salary.
And a lineman. I need everybody. I'm doing everything. I need everything. I need every dollar penny.
That shit don't make no sense.
I don't just need 1,000-yard milestones and whatever else.
Right.
I need reps, carries. If I reach so many carries, whatever, I need all that. All that.
Yeah, you got to pay that man. Shout out to Debo.
Yeah, shout out to Debo. That may be a good segue. What fuck am I saying? NFL releases the top 10 wide receivers list entering 2022 season. I also wanted to compare this with Madden's top 10 wide receiver list. You in the same spot on each. Oh no, I lied. You ain't. But I feel like there is drastic differences between the lists, and I want y'all to tell me which one y'all think is more accurate. I think I know why Madden did they list this way, but running it down, NFL's top 10 wide receivers entering 2022. At number 10, we got the LA Chargers wide receiver Keenan Allen. At number 9, Philadelphia Eagles A.J. Brown. At number 8, we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers Mike Evans. At 7, we got San Francisco 49ers Deebo Samuels. At 6, we got the Miami Dolphins Tyreek Hill. At 5, we got the Buffalo Bills Stephon Diggs. At 4, we got the Cincinnati Bengals Jamar Chase. At 3, we got the Minnesota Vikings Justin Jefferson. Of course, you know the top 2 on either list. 2 is going to be the LA Rams Cooper Kupp. 1 is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders Devontae Adams. You shaking your head? You don't agree with Tyreek and Six?
Man, that list is so entertainingly put together.
It is.
I don't know if I would say entertainingly, because I do think that they got a few players that nobody's putting Deebo Samuels in a top 10. I mean, not like there's fans that will, but like as far as an organization, they're not putting Deebo Samuels in the top 10.
Nah.
And I think the only reason he makes it there on the NFL's top 10 is because he does both.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a receiver and you think about his rushing ability. Of course, you put him in top 10 when you average all the yards together. Nobody's putting A.J. Brown on the Eagles.
No.
In their top 10.
That boy's a dog, too. Shout out to him.
He is, but nobody's putting A.J. Brown in top 10.
Yeah, he's no top 10.
I don't think so. No, I think he's like on the cusp and may be able to break back into it with this season. But I wouldn't put him in my top 10.
I would still put Amari above a A.J. Brown.
That's what I'm about to say.
You would put Amari Cooper above A.J. Brown?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. So I'm about to say, I like Amari.
I can see that.
consistent. When he's healthy, he's going to produce. He ain't going to loaf and take 20,000 plays
Man,
Well,
off.
it depends on who's passing the ball. I think that was evident when we saw the transition from Carter to Prescott. It's not like he's just consistent with every quarterback.
nah, his cuts
No,
are amazing,
I
that's
mean,
true.
yeah, he's a good route runner.
and you got to be a damn good quarterback to see that because
He's
he's
a
a
good route
chemistry
runner.
receiver. Yeah, like he's cutting off the DB. You got to catch him.
Right.
You got to catch him.
Nah, I'll give you that. I do think that he's a good route runner. I don't
Yeah, I
know
like
how
him.
I feel about that. I feel like even with AJ Brown injuries and all that, I don't know who I put above. I think I might go AJ Brown on that.
Mm. I mean, he did ball out for Tennessee. He was doing numbers for sure.
And
So,
Cooper, I mean, yeah, he had a few decent seasons in Dallas, but when I'm looking at your overall career, I'm not as impressed.
valid.
But interesting enough, going right into Madden's top 10 wide receivers, none other than Amari Cooper at 10. And for the sake of the fact that it's Madden, I'll go over the ranks as well. So they got Amari Cooper at 10, ranked at a 90. Then they got Terry McLaurin for the Washington Commanders at 91.
Terry, that boy's a
Yep,
dog too.
he is. They got Keenan Allen, once again of the LA Chargers with a 91. At 8. At 7, Mike Evans with a 92 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At 6, Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings with a 93.
That's where he should be.
That boy's a
I can
dog.
see that around that. Yeah, I can
He's
see
a dog.
around that.
Under top 5. He's under top 5.
At the 5 on both lists goes to the Buffalo Bills, Stephon Diggs. He's a 95 in Madden. Number 4, DeAndre Hopkins with a 96. Number 3, Tyreek Hill with the Miami Dolphins with a 97. And then 2 and 1 goes to Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams.
Both
Now
at 99?
that's a
Or 98?
list.
No, Cooper Kupp's a 98, Devontae's a 99.
That is a list.
What?
You think that's
That's
more
a
accurate?
list. That's a good list.
What?
I like that.
Now here's my thing.
I would change some, but I mean they that's
They
a
did
good
their
list.
thing. It's
That's a
Now-
good
decent.
list.
It's solid.
I agree with the NFL list more than the Madden list. The only reason is because I feel like a lot of the players were unproven this year when it came to injuries and all that. I think Madden put them that high in their top 10 because those were the receivers that people liked using before the injury. So they don't want to factor in the inactivity into their list. So they left it like that. But when you factor in inactivity, I don't think there's any way that some of them land where they land on that list, if they land on the list at all.
At all.
I don't know. I kind of compare it to the power rankings. I mean, I feel like Madden got it right in that aspect, guys. If you want to take it into a preseason power rankings, and now once you get your wet action, your real action, now we can move the list because who's showing me something different in the preseason?
Right. And we all know. Go ahead.
And how can I judge that? That's all I was gonna say.
Right, and I was about to say we all know Madden updates they shit weekly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weekly. Yeah. Your team take a bad loss and you can guarantee your wide receivers out of the top 10. Yeah. How many drops he had?
And his overall gonna drop.
Right.
Bro, gonna be a 79.
I mean, I can see that, but at the same time, Amari Cooper and Terry McLaurin, in my opinion, don't belong there over any Jamar Chase. There's no reason Jamar Chase should be outside of that top 10.
I agree. I think a couple people should have came off that list. Couple.
Jamar Chase is better than Keenan Allen, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. Terry should be there.
No.
It's their back half of the list. I'll put it that way because I will put Jamar and Justin, in that 5 to 6 area.
Right. That makes sense to me. 5 to 6 makes more sense than 3 and 4 on the NFL side. But at
Hmm.
the same time, Mike Evans, I don't think that he
No,
belongs there over
he
Jamar
doesn't
Chase.
he doesn't belong there at all to me. He's a great wide receiver, but
I agree, but
Top,
yeah, I'm
top
not.
10? No.
what have you done though?
And then you got Brady throwing to you too,
I
and
mean,
you
that's
still got niggas beating you out with the greatest quarterback of all time throwing you the ball.
yeah.
What about Chris Godwin? Did anybody even like bring
No,
that
yeah,
up?
no, that yeah, no.
Did we forget? Like, what? What's going on here?
I mean, we still
Yeah,
waiting on him to get back in uniform right now.
right,
Man, but still overall, bro, when he's a problem.
right.
14 is a problem.
But when you're basing it off of what Madden's basing it off of, I could see Godwin over a lot of people.
I'm about to say at least
Definitely
he got to be
Amari
somewhere on
Cooper.
there.
Definitely Amari Cooper. The fact that Madden has Amari Cooper at a top 10 wide receiver spot to me is kind of wild. I don't give a fuck what you did in the Cowboys in Dallas.
Now, what I can predict is I can see the top 5 being including a Justin, a Jamar, and a Jalen Waddle.
Is
Yeah,
that what you
yeah, I'm gonna
said?
say, yeah,
I don't
Waddle's
think I
hard
don't think
too.
Miami's big enough for the both of them. I don't think Waddle
I
gets
think
inside
I
the top
think
5 with Tyreek still there.
I think you get 2,000-yard receivers, but Waddle gets the best of it.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I do like Waddle.
That's interesting. I'm not. I can see that. I'm not
You
against
don't have
that.
to throw deep for them to get theirs.
No, you don't.
No,
Either
you are
one.
You
absolutely
don't.
correct.
I do slants on man and mobile. I do slants for Waddle all day, every
Listen,
day. I got
either
Cooper Cup.
or Waddle
I got
or
Cooper
Or
Cup.
yeah,
Tyreek.
yeah, either or, yeah.
They're killing whoever. They're
Yeah,
killing
it's
whoever.
curtains. It's curtains, and you can't double any one of them because now you're exposing the other.
Right.
So yeah, bro, Miami's definitely making the playoffs. Shout out to Miami. Shout out
Big
to
You
ups,
think
Miami.
man.
so?
Appreciate that. You know.
You think
Bro, with
so?
their division, with their weak ass division, and you only got to really worry about what is it, Buffalo?
Whoa,
Who they
whoa,
got?
whoa.
Who's your division?
They got
Hey,
the
you got no
Patriots.
you can't slide on New England,
They got
man.
the Patriots.
Okay, so the Jets. Shout to Cali.
Yep, got
Dud.
the
Nah,
Jets.
they done, yeah.
Dud.
Yeah,
Right.
they over
Dud.
with, yeah.
Jets
So
and
you just
Pats is
gotta
out.
win. Yeah, so you just gotta win one out of Buffalo and one out of New England
I
playoff
want
bound.
both. I need
But you
both.
just need one. You just need one. And
Nah.
it's guaranteed. You're guaranteed 10 and 7.
All right, we'll
That's
put it
wild
like
card.
this.
Wild card.
You need both at home and at least one of those on the road.
And I think they could do both.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Get
'Cause I
3
think
out of
teams
4
don't
because you
show
play
up.
them twice.
Let me get. Oh, Les ain't seen it yet.
Oh yeah.
Teams don't
Let
show
me
up
get
every week.
Let me get my belt back, Les. Let me
Oh, yeah,
get
it's
my
here.
belt. We got the belt here for the Pick'em champ.
Yeah, man. When does that start? We got starting the accounting for this week or what?
Nah, we gonna start for the actual season.
Oh, okay, so that's what. Shit, that's coming up like a
Yeah,
week and a half from now.
Yep, like 2 weeks. Well,
That Thursday night game.
Yeah,
That
because
Thursday night game.
before. You are absolutely correct. We have to do that next week's show. Not next week's show, the week after. Wait.
Yeah, it's like the 6th or the 8th.
Would it be the next week's show?
Nah, because it's only the 3rd next week. It's the 3rd's next Friday, I believe, or some shit like that.
The 2nd's
And then
next Friday.
Okay, so then, yeah. Nah, you good. So you got another,
So
that
2
following
weeks.
week.
We got 2 weeks. The second
Yeah,
week is
2
when we
weeks.
have to start the pick'ems then.
Yeah. It's coming, though. And that Thursday night game's going to be spicy. That Thursday night game, I forgot who playing, but it's a spicy game.
Let's see. I want to look that up.
Yeah, it's a spicy one. You're going to like it. Because when I read it, I'm like, oh, this sound hard. Okay.
Let's look that up. NFL Thursday night opener.
Good one. Might have to put some bread on that one. Might have to.
What the fuck? I was about to. I don't know what the fuck.
Technical
It popped up some crazy shit. I knew that wasn't right.
difficulties.
Okay, season begins with the primetime kickoff game. Defending Super Bowl champions Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills.
I like that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Buffalo would have made it out of the AFC, that would have been a spicy game. Those are both good defenses.
If Buffalo made it out of the AFC, Buffalo's winning that. Buffalo's winning that.
A hard one. I don't know.
Yeah, if Buffalo made it out of the AFC, Buffalo's winning that. I don't care.
I do like Buffalo, though, because they got a nice, solid core as far as their team and what they do and their philosophy. It works no matter who's on the field.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that this year.
Listen,
hey, man, I would love to see Miami do it.
I want to see them do it. I don't know how sold I am on Tua yet.
Me either.
Don't worry about Tua.
I don't know how sold I am on Tua yet. That's all.
I like him though.
Hey,
I like
Tua doing what Derek Carr doing.
Oh man, two subpar quarterbacks. Two subpar quarterbacks.
Yeah, you right. I ain't gonna stuck that. Well, no, like I said before,
Carr Ben had weapons.
That's a fact. Carr had. He's having.
He's had weapons.
He's had weapons in the past and now. He got more than ever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call. As much as I don't like Carr, I'm not gonna call him a subpar quarterback. Like I said before, he's
par.
Don't do that.
He's par.
He's a par quarterback. I think Tua is still up there. His shot ain't came down. He had a nice drive and it ain't came down yet for us to know what he is.
Tua needs a full season.
That's facts. 2 full seasons, really, but yeah.
I mean, last year he got railroaded. No blocking until he bruised and fractured some damn ribs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was second game of the year. He done.
But shit, I mean, they still did it with Bridgewater. Was it Bridgewater?
Teddy Bridgewater got way more experience.
It was Brissett.
It was Brissett.
Oh.
I mixed them up all the fucking time.
Yeah, you do. You do. We had this discussion last week.
I mixed them up all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't do bad. They didn't do bad with him.
Nah. And when he came back, he wasn't playing bad.
No, you are correct. You are absolutely correct. I actually remember he came in and he relieved Brissett for the second half of a game, and he was putting up some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was definitely putting. Is that Coach Mike in the building?
Coach Mike. It is. It is he.
You see, I'm rocking my.
I did.
I'm rocking my ornaments.
I caught the beginning of the show.
I'm rocking my ornaments in this bitch. Somebody take it from me.
It'll be taken, bro. Don't worry about it.
Somebody take it from me.
It's the win. It's the win, not if. It's the win.
That's the kind of champ I am. I'm not ducking shit. Somebody take it. But where was we at beforehand?
We was talking about Miami. How Brissett.
Oh right.
When he took over when Tua went out.
Well, let's ask Mike. That's his squad. That's another reason why I love hating the Bills so much. How you feel about that game opener? Or that season opener?
Opening up with what is it? The
Rams.
Rams and Bills.
Damn it! I've been doing the same thing. I keep saying the Chargers, and I'm like, nah, it's the Rams.
LA pops in my mind, and I go to both of them.
The only thing I don't like is the fact that we are starting off the season with 2 like non-traditional games. So we start off with a Thursday night game, and then it's a Monday night game or a Sunday night game. Like we start off with 2 night games back to back,
right?
Which obviously you want to put the best
product.
So
you cut out for a second.
I said, obviously, you want to put the best team in the league on primetime whenever you can. So, I mean, but
who's the best team?
He tried to say the Bills is.
They are. On paper, the Bills are the best team in the NFL right now. They got everything that they need back. They got rid of Cole Beasley for, being Cole Beasley. Isaiah McKenzie proved anyways. And you got the one thing you need. Josh fucking Allen.
Josh Allen is a dog. I'm not gonna lie. Because Mike wasn't there. I gotta recap my comparison. I compared Josh Allen to the white boy in American History X, and Stefan Diggs is the black dude from the kitchen that he became best friends with. And he was like, "Oh, niggas is all right. Let me."
I mean, dude. He went to Wyoming.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I didn't say where he went, but I said the Q. He didn't realize the talent level until he got to college and was like, "Oh, these motherfuckers is. I'm gonna have to hop on the bandwagon if I want to win." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "I got all kind of nigga friends now. What y'all talking about? Where y'all at? Just don't pull up my Facebook from back in the day."
Don't go digging in my history now.
Listen, you might find out I did time and made friends with the cook.
I think that's
I love him though. I love him now. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to put like nobody's past, out there like that because motherfuckers change.
They do.
I do. I've grown to like Josh Allen a lot, so I'm clowning everybody, but
here's the deal with Josh Allen. The reason his team rallies around him and the reason his team will put their asses on the line for him, he's a soldier king.
Right. He's the guy that'll be right in the front lines with the infantry.
Right. He will fucking go put a shoulder down and run a motherfucker over. Mm-hmm. He ain't sliding. Like
I've never seen. And this is what sold me.
This is 250-pound ass hurtling somebody last year.
He can move twice. He did it twice.
Right.
The second one wasn't as pretty though.
It wasn't.
But
that dude was diving on that second one. The first one, dude was barely hunched over.
Listen. But when I saw the stiff arm pass, I said, "Oh, this nigga's different."
Mm-hmm.
He stiff armed the D end and still rolled out and made his. I said, "Oh, I've never seen that ever in life."
The one where he got it to the tight end off of it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that in my life, and the reason why Brett Favre is my all-time favorite quarterback is because nobody was tough as Brett Favre. Now, I'm not saying Brett Favre was just built to be able to do what Josh Allen does, but Brett Favre was also that fearless quarterback. Was like, I don't give a fuck if you're going to hit me. I'm dotting him. Hit me. But that touchdown's still going to get in the end zone. No Josh Allen's like, you ain't finna hit me. That touchdown's getting to the end zone. And I'm like, God damn.
Josh Allen's going to be the hammer. He's not going to be the nail.
Exactly. I've never seen a bully quarterback before in my life. In the fact that I see it now, I fell in love with it. The bully quarterback, Roethlisberger wasn't that.
No, because Roethlisberger would just stand in the pocket. Like, don't get me wrong, Ben took his shots or whatever, and he would stand strong in the pocket and throw the ball like inside of contact, but he wasn't running anybody over.
Ray Lewis was the only one that could really give him a shot.
Right.
Everybody else,
Ray Lewis gave a lot of people shots.
It looked like a child, like where you hit him and it bumped him down, like you was thinking to yourself, like if he was a little more coordinated, you wouldn't have did shit to him. And that's what Josh Allen is, more coordinated, might even be stronger. Man, he the truth. I ain't gonna lie. He the truth. That's my favorite quarterback out right now.
Well, I mean, you seen Derrick Henry just straight up sling a dude video game style.
Right.
I mean, it was coming.
Right.
It was coming.
But
quarterback
you expect
back
that out
up.
of him.
Yeah.
You see that. Well, you don't expect that because when I saw that, I was like, like you talk about it a lot. Oh, his shit cut out. Mike shit cut out. That's why his shit cut out.
Yeah, he disappeared.
You talk about it a lot, like the Debo running back, but Derrick Henry is every bit of that.
Yeah.
He's every bit of that. Like the guy that comes through the hole and you like, oh my gosh, it's just me and him. And you know you gotta make the hit. And it's like, oh my God. I remember that brings up memories like back as a child, like, yep, it's just me and you, and this is not the guy I wanted it to be. When you can get people to feel like that on offense, you've succeeded.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if I made the tackle, because I didn't miss many. I did miss some tackles. I don't know that I've ever, I have missed one that ended up being a touchdown. But when you can get a defender feeling like I didn't want to see him, you won. You won. That's a fact. You won. You won. Now it's just about exploiting that weakness. He's the weak one right there. We going at him. He's the one that doesn't want to see me. And that's when it comes to being a professional. You got to be able to show a motherfucker whether it is or not you don't want to see him. I'm going to see you every time. Every time you come around here, I don't want to, but I'm going to see you right at that point every time. We going to meet. But if you got motherfuckers feeling like I don't want to see him, game's over. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. It's up to your coaching staff and the people up in the booth to be able to identify that. He's the weak one right there. Go at him.
That's the evolution of the game now, man. Getting stronger, being stronger. With all the rules in place now, and you can't do this, you can't do that.
Because
Man, you
people
get a
are
quarterback.
getting bigger and faster.
Yeah, you got a quarterback like Josh Allen, gets a defender coming dead at him, and he just fends you off like it ain't shit.
Right. It's like, what is that about? Like, what is that about? I've never seen it before. And it's not like he did it once or twice. He was doing it over and over and over again. And I was like, oh, okay, he is that guy.
Yeah.
He didn't just pull that off. That's who he is.
Yeah, no more slipping the tackle.
Man, he is him. And the crazy thing is, as a quarterback, it's like, when you got a quarterback that's like that, I didn't want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Now your defense is like, that's the guy I wasn't planning on seeing coming around that corner. That's tough. That's tough.
That's why I always bring up that one game where
Coach Reggie just said computer is forcing a reboot. I'll be on next week for pick'ems.
Ooh.
That nigga want my belt. He ain't gonna get it. He ain't getting it. He ain't gonna get it. And that what I like about this is it drives motherfuckers to want to take it. So they gonna want to be on the show to have a shot at the belt. And it also drives me to be that much better at what it is I do. So now that I know motherfuckers is coming, it's no different from fighting. I gotta be even more prepared.
I got a perfect ugly ass dolphin shirt that I could wear with that belt every fucking week.
And I would mail it to you too. Listen, he said it's my belt. You just don't know it yet. It ain't. Listen, maybe, but you gonna have to take it from me. That's all I say. If somebody take it, I gotta clap you out. But just understand, I'm that nigga that's gonna be looking up highlights, digging into teams' backgrounds, knowing who's injured ahead of. That's the way I do my pick'em shit. So, be ready. Be ready for that.
We feel you, Cleo. Got some real minds on this thing now.
I know that's right. I know you. And you know what's crazy is we was talking about it on the podcast, and Mike said it's only gonna be yours for 4 months. And I was like, nigga, you ain't on the show enough to take it from me, so I'm not worried about you. He said, I didn't say it was gonna be me. My money's on Malk. I said, Malk could never take it from me. If I'm worried about anybody, it's gonna be Q. That's facts. That's facts. Les is one that you worry about as well. He just isn't on enough to be having picks every episode.
Yeah.
Right. The reason why me and Malk was a shoe in for it is because we're gonna be on every episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I watched the game.
I watch all games. I watch
No,
any
that's
game I can watch.
nah. That's what excites me. Like I ain't talking about just looking at the players
watch
going up
my
and down
team.
the field, scoring points and interceptions. Nah, I watch the game. I'm watching how your
Oh
hips
yeah, I know.
move.
Yeah, right.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
you
That's
know
how.
I'm picky as hell when I watch football,
That's how I am.
basketball, whatever. Yeah,
That's how I am. That's why that Josh Allen shit is all the more impressive to me.
Dolphin game.
That belt will not sit with a fucking Dolphins fan. I guarantee.
Right, he gonna pick himself out the runnings just to be picking with his squad. And he in your division.
Hey,
No shit.
that's tough.
Mhm. Listen, it would be impressive if everything he said he thought came true. I would be impressed with a Miami Dolphins running away with it. I don't see it happening. I said that right now. We talked about it at the beginning of the podcast. The fact that his kicker missed the game winner against the Raiders from like 30 yards out let me know they may be in trouble because I don't see Tua getting strikes within the red zone. I see him falling short just outside of and needing that kicker to take him home.
And the true beast of the East is the Buffalo Bills for at least the next 2 to 3 seasons.
I honestly don't doubt that. I honestly don't doubt that. But see,
let us have our moment. Let us have our time.
Right. And I know you've been waiting a while for this. I'm not gonna lie.
Years.
This nigga thought that the Flutie was gonna help him out.
Hey, Flutie got us to the playoffs, baby.
He beat us for a playoff berth, so I'm still salty about that.
But I knew you weren't gonna get one with Flutie.
Fucking Music City bullshit.
But yeah, oh, I wanted to point out, and then we'll wrap up off of this, I think. Oh, before we do that, I'll shout out to Shaquem Griffin.
Yeah,
he retired.
Yeah, first NFL's first one-handed player. He retired at the age of 27. He will now be working for the league, though.
Yeah. Legends community.
That's a good look.
Yeah, he's working with players with mental health issues and helping to transition in and out the league. And we talk about that a lot, Q, about how I feel like there should be somebody to assist these children.
Yes.
Into what it is they're going to be walking into. I don't think that one man is enough. I think he's going to need a team full of people helping him.
That's where you need. I think that's where you need advocacy within the team itself. You need those locker room leaders,
like your player president.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I feel like they working to better themselves for the sake of their career as well.
They are, but that's where you can go with someone like.
Oh, you mean in a situation specifically on the team?
Well, and I right, exactly.
Right.
Who did we just pick up? Linebacker.
Von Miller.
Von Miller. Thank you. Sorry, I was blanking. Like. That's a dude who I hear you like he's at the tail end of his career.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He can help young guys like, if you want to do this the right way, here's how you do.
Right. The question is, does he wanna?
Right.
That's the question.
But I think that's why you grab somebody who's at the tail end of their career.
Right, right.
Especially on the defensive side of the ball, where the tail end of your career, like you're not moving as fast as you used to.
You think they add something to their contract? Like, we'll give you an extra $250,000 if you'll take on that role. That
I mean, you can. That could be part of the negotiation. Like, hey, we expect you to be a locker room leader, and if we see it,
right,
if we see it, then we'll throw you a little extra scratch at the end of the season. Like, now, do I think that's how that shit actually works out? No, but
right.
I mean,
you never know.
You've got discretionary funds you can use at any given point. Like, so I do think that that's the role of the veterans in the league, especially ones that came into the league and had troubles themselves.
Right.
Like, those are the ones you need to step up and be like, hey, don't do what I did.
Yeah, I like that. But I also feel like the NFL needs to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't
You know what I
disagree.
mean? Like, don't try to put it on a player playing. You need to put money into this specifically.
I mean, all major corporations do that shit. We offer that kind of training to our associates. It's,
right.
financial
Most people
wellness.
offer it for free.
Right. Financial wellness is part of your benefits. Like, teach you how to manage your money, teach you how to like understand, our industry, like understand the credit card business, etc.
Right.
These young guys get that money, and what's the first thing they're doing?
Buying a house and a car.
Right.
Buying a house, buying a car, buying
my
mama a house,
something,
buying right. And the intention, I think, is most of the time good, but like invest that shit because you don't know how long your career is going to be.
Right.
Nope.
Right. But see, you know that the other issue with that is the regular civilian doesn't understand it from that perspective.
Right.
And a lot of these kids are coming from places where parents didn't understand in general, like
football
literacy.
was their ticket out, and so
Right.
they went to school for free or started getting paid while they were at school.
Right.
They ain't go there to play school.
So here's the thing, though, right? Right, you right. So here's the thing, though, right? When you got people that are regular civilians that don't understand that 3.5 million is now really 1.75, and that $500,000 house I was gonna buy you is now really more like a $200,000, $125,000. We have to live within our means situation. Yeah. People start looking like, well, is it that I'm not worth it? You know what I mean? Right. But you don't understand from their perspective the actual money that they're getting. You only see the numbers that are published, but that isn't anywhere near.
That's all before taxes.
Right, what's being touched. So I think that's a lot of the issue too, where it's like, damn, I still got to get my mom straight. She wanted that Benz. She wanted that this. And it's like, I could, but it's going to put me in a financial bind.
I mean, here's the rule of thumb that I use, even calculating like my own paychecks off of salaries. It's 60%. Whatever you're told you're getting, you might walk home with 60%.
Right.
After taxes, after everything.
Right. Benefits, after, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's right.
I think generally speaking, I actually use like 67% is the number I've calculated.
Right.
Myself. When I see a salary increase, I'm like, all right, so it's 65% of that divided by 26 paychecks, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you can lose about a third for sure, easily. So, yeah, I agree with that.
Well, before to wrap us up, I just want to point out we knew who the motherfucker was that Tom Brady was talking about all along. We talked about it, and not only did I look it up, for all of my shower heads out there, please refer back to episode 70, October 6, 2021. You will see it's titled, We Knew Who the Motherfucker Was. Well, listen. And now we have confirmation. I knew who it was. I knew it was Carr. I knew Carr was the motherfucker all along. All along. And now we just confirming that I knew I ain't crazy. Now, I don't know. I might be a little crazy, but I'm just saying I know some shit, though.
Brady would have loved to open Vegas.
I'm sure he would. I'm sure it was more. I'm sure that was. I feel like that was a group agreement. You know what I'm saying? Between his wife and Brady. Like, I wouldn't mind. Giselle's not a Tampa Bay bitch. Let me tell you that right now. You thought you was going to buy me a big old house in Tampa Bay and I was going to be happy, nigga? Is that what you thought? Now he needs 11 days to get this shit. Let me get my shit together, right? It's getting worse, all right? I should have found my way to Vegas. I didn't do it. But, like I said before, we wouldn't have wanted him anyway. What's that 2 years gonna do? I don't want nobody 2 years when...
If it gets you a ring, it gets you a ring.
No, I get it, but yeah, no, I don't like the let's work towards something and then throw it all in the pot for one.
Yeah.
You just threw away what you was working towards. You could have had 3 if you'd have continued working. But why am I gonna throw all that away for one? It just doesn't make sense to me. That's why, like I said, I'd be upset if LeBron came back. Don't throw the team away for one. You're building something. You're on your way to something great. Only way I would like that, like I said, is if Bronny come with him and he got his son. That's a good story to have. And you come for a reasonable contract. Like, not on some bullshit. Like,
Right.
Don't wipe my team out trying to come back to Cleveland for your story.
Right.
That would make me not like the nigga.
That's the Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio in the WWE.
I saw that. I saw him come out with him on the shoulders or whatever, and they had the baby picture next to it of him doing. I don't know who that is. I wouldn't be able to. Now I know who Ray is. That was back when I was watching, and you know I used to love Ray.
Well, all I'll say is Dominic Mysterio is not good in the ring, so the fact that he's even out there is
he's not as good as his dad.
All because of his dad. Yeah, no.
Well, that's how it is, though. That's usually how it is. I'm waiting for the. Have we had a first like where son just all out surpasses father?
No.
Maybe
No.
Dale and
Never.
Steph.
Nah.
But
Griffey.
Dale wasn't the guy beforehand. You know what I mean? I'm
Exactly.
talking about the guy who was the guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
that
if
we-
Bronny
Closest
or
is
Bryce
probably-
surpasses Bron, that would be impressive. Or Brady's son passes Brady.
Ken Griffey is probably the only one.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
I'll
only
see
one.
nobody else.
I mean, if you want to include sports entertainment, The Rock over Rocky Johnson.
Nah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not
That's
taking
sports
that.
entertainment.
I'm
That's
not taking
not.
that.
That's not. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a good one too.
Fine.
Yeah, no, Griffey's the best one. Yep. But my whole thing is the information that we receive about the Raiders deal with Brady falling through and potentially Gronk, I guess, which is wild to me as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had Waller there. Waller was already feeling like he was upset for not being the number one guy, and then you're going to bring Brady's friend into the mix and think things are going to work out. I don't see that happening. But Dana White provides this information. Talking about Dana White brokered the deal between Brady and Gronk and the Las Vegas Raiders. And I can't lie, the first thing I did was laugh. And I thought to myself, Dana White has never been a part of a good deal in his entire life.
I mean, except buying the UFC.
That
Well,
was it.
no, that's it. Right,
That's
that's it. Because even the Mayweather-McGregor situation was not his deal. That was permission. The only reason he got a cut of that is because McGregor needed his permission to do it.
He was under.
But that was Mayweather's deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Mayweather came out and was like, I was brokering a deal between Brady and Gronk, and that shit fell through because these niggas don't want no money, I'd have been like, that shit right there, that happened. But, I just don't know. Like I said, to wrap up the topic, I've always said I don't have faith in Carr. But like I've always said, and I've said a few times this episode, he is a par level quarterback.
He is. He's
not sub. He's not
game
above.
manager.
Right, but he is a par level quarterback. Now, you know what you do, at least with a golfer, to get him above par? Improve his equipment. And what they have done in Vegas is improve that man's equipment. If he's ever had a better forward, it's Devontae Adams.
That was a crazy pickup. Hey,
And you have history. winning history at that. The motherfuckers don't know how to lose. And from the practice that they just had with New England yesterday and the day before, they said on the first day, first practice, second play of the game, touchdown pass to Devontae Adams. They said yesterday when Patriots had a chance to adjust, still threw for 2 touchdown passes and a couple deep balls to Devontae Adams. I don't think that that's a situation where you have that much chemistry that's very easy to stop regardless of who your secondary is. They asked him, and I thought this was an honest question by the reporter. He said, Carr, you've been quoted saying when you were playing with Fresno State that sometimes you just throw the ball up because you have that much trust in Devontae Adams to get up under and get that ball. Do you think that you've been doing any of that in the NFL? And he said, I mean, I do feel like I do have the confidence to just throw it out there and he will get it. Now that's dangerous, remember, because Mike, if you remember, I said I think Carr's issue is he throws off a feel.
Yeah.
Like muscle memory, so to speak, other than placement.
Right. No, it's confidence level. Like he's throwing the route. He's not throwing the receiver.
Right. You're not adjusting for. You're just throwing it. Now, when you got a guy that's gonna be on the spot.
Right.
When you got a muscle memory, that's almost like Steph Curry. It's gonna be right here every time because that's where my arm releases it at.
Yep. Well, and I think too. This entire story is a great segue into my overall hit the showers, which is Tom Brady. Hit the fucking shower. Whoa. I'm over you.
Oh, you just hating on Tom, man. He ain't even do nothing to hit the showers. Tom said, I don't need the 11 days.
Until the season starts. It's Tom Brady.
Or the 11 weeks. I don't need the 11 weeks or 11 days or whatever. I don't need 11s. I'm Tom fucking Brady. I come back when I come back and I score touchdowns.
That's what I do.
All I got is touchdowns and bubble gum, and I'm all out of fucking bubble gum.
All right, man. I got to drop.
Yeah, we appreciate having you, my G. Come get this fucking belt.
Yeah. I'm on it.
Well, we'll wrap it up. Who's your hit the showers, Les?
That's what I was sitting over here thinking, man.
I am too. I'm pondering that myself.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to, leading hit the showers guy last year, Urban Meyer. You're just fucking trash, man.
Why Urban?
You're just a fucking plague to the league, man. Just anything you do, man. You're always up to some shit.
You be always hard on my guy Urban.
Nah, man. And also
a plague to the league just because he wanted a little young lapper.
Nah, man. And 2, Doug Peterson.
I don't even know he probably wanted it, but she gave it regardless of him being like, "Sure, drop your lapper on my knee."
Yeah, I don't know. Doug Peterson, we'll see how you do, buddy. Jacksonville. You're lucky to get 6 wins this year. Lucky.
Well, I mean, it's Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're
wrong.
Nah,
Jacksonville used to be good, like 05.
With Fred Taylor and all them.
Yeah, we talking Mark Brunell days. Right, you know what I mean?
It's been a while, man. If you're a Jacksonville fan, shout out to you, but it's been a while. You might want to choose a new team. In a minute.
I mean, the meek shall inherit the earth.
Okay.
Jacksonville will be there eventually,
Yeah, next lifetime. I'll be dead by then.
I do like Trevor, too. I like Trevor. I just feel like, what do you expect that young boy to do? What do you expect him to do?
He has nobody.
All he can do is throw screens to ETN all game. Screens and wheel routes all day long. But hit the showers, eh?
Are we hitting the showers?
Yeah, we hitting them. See, I wanted to give it to. I think I am. I think I'm giving it to Madden, the EA Sports Madden. Hit the showers. Hit the showers for that list. even with
That
the
list was trash.
understanding of popular players played with, it's awful in my opinion. Hit them, Madden. Try again in 24. That's what I'm going with. Who you got, Q?
Man, might hit the showers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Right,
Might
Marty.
hit the showers. Go to Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
Darnold?
Yeah, man.
Why, for letting Baker take his shit?
Man, let that man come in your home.
Take his shit.
The Panthers had confidence in you to bring you in. You know what I mean? And amongst the circumstances, the Browns had a divorce going on. So they say, let's get this guy. Let's see what we can do.
Rewind the tape back to Sam Darnold's post-draft speeches. He thought he was the magician.
He thought
he was Lamar Jackson.
Man.
Rewind to those speeches, and it's going to be on one of those future bus videos where, man, they going to have sound effects in the background and everything.
Now, see, Sam Darnold reminds me of if they would have gave Mark Sanchez another chance.
Well, I don't know, because I feel like Mark Sanchez did more than Sam.
Nah.
You don't think? I think
they both terrible. I can't say neither one of them did a damn thing.
Now there are two subpar quarterbacks, but I do think that Sanchez may be a couple shots above Darnold.
But if a team would have picked Sanchez up and said, "Hey, we're gonna take a chance on you,"
oh right,
and if he was in a quarterback competition like this, he'd be saying, "How come?"
Nah, as soon as they seen him fumble off his ass, that was all the NFL needed.
That was it.
Because the teams was like, we can't pick up nobody like that.
That's what Darnold missing. He should have had a buck fumble.
The team that drafted the ass fumble guy if we get him. You are absolutely correct.
That's why Darnold gets the motherfucking hit the shows.
Listen, I get it. Hit them. Hit them motherfuckers.
Over Mayfield. Over a quarterback nobody wants.
Right. Even his wide receiver on Carolina was like, no. And now he is starter.
Oh, no.
That's crazy. No, I agree with that. Well, shit, we had 2 minutes on the 2 hours on the dot. Shit. Does anybody have anything that they would like to bring up before I take us out?
Go Ravens, go Ravens. Receiving core. Oh, they put us in the they said we had like the top 5 worst receiving core in the league. We just gonna prove y'all wrong, you know what I mean? And yeah.
Nah, I don't think y'all can prove anybody wrong. I think you would just be proving that Lamar is that good.
We gonna show out like we always do.
I mean, you may have some receivers with some. How many 1,000-yard receivers you think you got this year?
Outside of Bateman.
Oh, you saying you got one then?
Whoa.
Yeah.
He tried to sneak in. You see how
he tried. Whoa. Hold on.
We'll say Bateman. Oh, Bateman and Mark Andrews. We'll say 2 total.
No, you got Andrews to get you 999.
Yeah, I can see Andrews getting close.
Andrew get 1,000. He'll get 1,000 if we got Lamar the whole season.
Yeah, but that's on.
That ain't happening.
Nah, he can do it with Huntley.
He can do it with Huntley. Because he's
going to be. I like Huntley too.
Yeah, Mark Andrews gets 1,000 yards because he's going to be by far their first option.
He's going to be the only option.
You got them right.
Like I said, you still got Bateman, and like I said, you got Duvernay. You got Duvernay. Duvernay's a special teams guy, but they don't play him enough.
Look,
if they played him enough, he might be all right.
Look, y'all, call Miami and go get some of them receivers and running backs we got on the third or fourth string.
That might be a thing. That might be a real thing. Might have to.
Man, listen.
Real.
Well, to all my shower heads, like, subscribe, share. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll.
Tell an enemy.
We'll be back. We've been light on the Saturday episodes. He probably will be light for a little while longer until some more shit's popping off. So catch us next Wednesday. As always, be good or be good at it, motherfuckers. We out.
Word.